Western Conference NBA Playoffs. Round 1 continues. The Warriors come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Rockets. Round 1 of the NBA Playoffs continues.
Both teams taking the temperature of this series in Game 1. Now they know what to expect. Let's get going on Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. Stephen Curry is out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And for the Rockets, inside Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. And it's Van Vliet in at point guard. You look at the Rockets, when a higher seed loses an opening game of a playoff matchup, how do you move past that?
Well, B.A., interestingly, you don't want to forget what happened. You actually want to learn from what went wrong and correct course in Game 2. Stare your mistakes in the eye, and you'll have success.
The shot by Butler, no good. Van Vliet against Curry from behind the arc. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Curry with it. There's the drive. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And once Curry commits to the drive, it's over. He just won't make bad decisions.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Brian, back over to you.
And Ali, thanks. So it's the Warriors now. After the Rockets picked up the basket a moment ago. Melton finds Curry. No good with the triple. Thompson scanning the floor. The kick to Durant. Şengün, the screen. Durant, pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Şengün. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Porzingis with a screen on Van Vliet. Curry passes to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Great job by Curry. His ability to read the floor, an underrated part of his game.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Thompson. Van Vliet up top. And here's Durant. Here's Şengün. The kick out to Van Vliet. Driving inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
Yeah, communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Podziemski's checked in for the Warriors. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Green. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Houston. To the left wing. The 3, Smith. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Outside Podziemski. Back to Butler. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston leading by 3. The 3, Durant. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Porzingis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Rockets. There's a minute 17 left in the first quarter here. Outside Eason, from outside the arc. They get it back. Here's Adams. Off target at the rim. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Moody. To the right side. Clock at 6. Off his leg. It's being called a kicked ball. Hopper and Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. Back to post. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Adams grabs the miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Şengün. Here's the 3. Here's Shepard from deep. Houston with another miss. Outside Moody. Now here's post. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Houston up 4. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Gary Payton II, Moses Moody out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Santos in at the power forward. Here's Shepard. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Oh, when we talk about the future of Shepard, scoring inside is very important to take his game to the next level.
Pass to Santos. Outside Payton with the drive. Santos, good.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
And here's Şengün. Houston working the ball around. And he's going for the lob. Oh, stolen by Payton. In transition, here they come. Here's Pajemski. Soft touch off the glass.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Houston in the lead. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Checked in for Finney Smith. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Santos. Jimmy Butler comes in for Payton. Melton, he's checked in for Moody. And it's Curry in for Pajemski. It's stolen by Green. Melton outside. To the middle. Shoots. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Here's Shepard. Driving to the basket. Here's Şengün. Banked it in off the glass. Şengün's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Outside Curry. Curry on the move, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Durant against Melton. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Thompson comes in for Easton. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepherd. The Warriors have gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start in the second. And here's Curry for 3. Drains the triple. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, at this point, we're shocked if Steph even misses one of those.
Outside Durant. There's the triple. Rebounded by Green.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot typically made.
Thompson against Melton. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on him in Thompson. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Golden State. Formato taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Houston making a change here. Capella's checked in. Massey, he's checked in for the Warriors. Santos comes in for Green. And Melton drops them both.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Melton outside. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Stolen by Capella. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Durant. Here's Thompson. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Stephen Curry.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Moody's checked in for Bassi. Both free throws good from Thompson.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Thompson with a steal. To the inside. Here's Durant. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 5 points. The Warriors trailing. 54 seconds left in the first half of this game. And we're going to have a jump ball. And here's Butler outside. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
And Butler makes just enough from out there that you have to respect him.
Pass to Capella. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Butler. 26 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And here's Curry for three. It's hauled in by Houston.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. Santos pulls it in. Here's Curry. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Warriors ahead, up 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm with Coach Kerr. After that first quarter, how would you rate the second?
Yeah, much better. That looked much more like us. We were more under control, allowed our defense to play in the half court because we were getting better offensive possession.
The team really settled in. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs. Thinking about the shot. Almost had it. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for Golden State.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and then not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
The Rockets trail. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Well, the Warriors shooting it well at 59%. Curry surveys. Pass to Green. Launches a 3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Well, the Rockets shooting a nice 50% for the game. Launches it, and the three-pointer is good for Durant.
For years, Durant has spoiled us with his incredible shot-making ability.
Warriors trail by 3. On the wing, Green, back to Curry. Inside. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
Well, that's just an excellent job by Green as the screener. First he sets it, then gets the scoring opportunity.
Back to Van Vliet, fires for 3. That one no good. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Melton. And it's blocked.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Curry. 9 points in the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Porzingis finds Melton. He drops it from range. Melton's got 5 points.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Durant against Butler. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jimmy Butler. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one, Durant.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about Durant's career is his efficiency as a scorer. Given the amount of defensive attention he draws, it's quite impressive.
Butler with emphasis.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Completely new group here for the Warriors. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Three-pointer, no good. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Down low. Here's Post. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Now here's Van Vliet. The 3 is up. Houston with another miss.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
For Houston, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Durant. And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams comes in for Smith, and it's Shepherd in for Fred Van Vliet.
Steven Adams. Shepherd.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Shepherd. Hits the target from 18 feet. Shepherd's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, the control, the confidence, it's all on display there for Shepherd.
Screen by Post. The Pajemski, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Houston making some changes. Finney Smith's checked in for Alperin Şengün. Eason comes in for Durant, and Okogie is subbed in for Thompson. Houston on D. They lead by 1. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Moody. The Rockets pull it in. Outside Eason. A quick shot there. It's off target.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Now Horford. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Okogie, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Davison, he's checked in for Houston. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Outside Pajemski. Let's go with a 3. And he can't get that one. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Rockets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Getting there, the ball's moving. Looks more like us, all right? Good to great. We're getting some decent ones. Let's get some great shots now.
Preaching how important it is to take quality shots. Coach Kerr.
He doesn't want them to settle for average shots. He wants his team to take great shots.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. We've got Jimmy Butler, Brandon Pajemski out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Moody, and it's Santos in at the 5. Here's Shepard. Here's Eason. From outside, off the mark. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Moody. Just 5 to shoot. There's the drive. And down it goes. Jam that one home. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Here's Shepard. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Pass to Eason. Here's Şengün. Houston working the ball around. And here's Shepard for 3. Counted from distance. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
Şengün against Butler. Şengün with a steal. Here's Shepard over Butler. Tries again, and Adams lays it in. And now it's a 4-point Houston lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Houston.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Kevin Durant comes in for Finney Smith. Amen Thompson's checked in for Eason. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepard. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He absolutely held nothing back. He said, quote, "We know who we are. Let's be that." The plan is to play their game and let the chips fall where they may. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome, they should be proud of how hard they played.
And And the three misses. The Warriors trailing. Melton on the wing, defended by Thompson. From downtown. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Here's Durant. Beyond the arc. The triple drops.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots.
There's a screen by Bassie. Tried by Curry. Now Butler. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Well, he has a knack for delivering in big moments. Everyone in the building knew Butler was going to take that shot.
Smith outside. Van Vliet. The three is in.
I mean, you have to love the intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And the Warriors making a change here. Green is checked in. Curry fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Van Vliet, he's off from three.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
Şengün with a steal. And they're running. Durant. Oh, KD flying in to cap off the break.
The strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
It's cleared away by Thompson. The Rockets lead by 6. Now Van Vliet. Takes a three. Old Green rips down the board.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Book it.
Oh, Jimmy Butler, as clutch as they come.
And he commits the intentional foul. Now here's Durant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Jimmy Butler.
And that's KD recognizing the opportunity, putting the defender in a no-win spot.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, making all of their free throws right now, it's a great way to extend the lead.
Yes, sir!
He's just a natural-born leader. This team counts on Curry to take over in exactly these spots.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
Curry fires, buries it from outside.
Well, you knew it would be Curry in crunch time. Everybody understood Curry was going to get the basketball right there.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
The line for Houston, Fred VanVleet, taking 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. So he can't get either to fall.
Not the result he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this one away.
Now Curry, let's loose for three. It's money from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Return shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Butler and Draymond with the 3 and the 4. DeAnthony Melton out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
The Warriors trailing. Porzingis with a screen on Van Vliet. Now Porzingis. Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
And he slams it down.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Now here's Durant. Oh, off target from downtown. Curry against Van Vliet. Melton outside. Butler. 6 to shoot. To take the lead. Oh, the shot is off.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Durant. Kevin Durant. Unfazed by the D.
And that's just incredible focus from the swingman. Durant is skilled at scoring despite the contact.
At the line for Houston, one shot.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Warriors trail by 3. And here's Melton. Rebounded by Smith.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
And passing is something Durant has really worked on. And you see the results with the sweet dime right there.
The Warriors have gotten 1 shot to fall out of 3 in OT. Stephen Curry! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for Houston. 2-point game. From about 16. Ooh, it misses.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Corner 3, buried by Curry.
Well, if he gets this hot, it's very difficult to contain him. There are just so many ways Curry can beat you offensively.
Now Thompson. Smith outside. Durant fires. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Curry outside. Here's Porzingis. Shoots a 3. Cash from downtown.
Well, Well, defending Curry before he catches the ball is so important. He's got such a quick release.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
Bassi, he's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson outside. Here's Van Vliet. Jacks up a three. Money from three.
And we've seen him do it in finals games. Van Vliet loves the big spot. Wants to be that guy.
Now here's Butler. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Here's Van Vliet. Sengun, a screen on Curry. Van Vliet! And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2-0 now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, Jimmy, as you prepared for this one, what was the focus?
Just how hard we had to play, home or away. I think we did that. We stayed together through their runs, through our runs, and that was quality, and that's getting us done.
4 great quarters of work. Congrats on the win.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that about wraps it up from here, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA's Western Conference quarterfinals. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.